see the link. I don't see the link. Where is the link?
Nah, we're good, mate. I think we should be live, so we'll kick off in a couple of minutes. So let me just make sure. Yeah, mate, we're all good. Okay, so dude, tell us about how your session went with Jimmy.
Right, it's good. It's very, he's having the problem with squat, like goes always on the front.
Yeah.
He's scared, but by the end of the set, he was really more confident.
Yeah.
And I think the lift his back foot was very, very helpful.
Mm.
And after he did deadlift, he couldn't believe today he did 70 kilo of deadlift.
Wow.
Three set of 8 reps.
Wow.
I said, I never done before. And I'm happy. Your sister-in-law was there as well.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Actually, yeah, I saw a little bit of footage that happened there on while he was doing it. Yeah, it looked really good, mate. It was just that little bit of form, sitting back onto his heels a little bit like.
Yeah.
But that's probably because, obviously, for a long period of time, if he hasn't really done stuff like that, your calves and your Achilles are not very flexible. So.
Oh, I'm sorry because I told him I come in your gym.
Yeah.
In the FCC in the morning until 7, no one is there, and
Yeah,
I
right.
cannot go in.
Yeah.
I cannot take the pass.
Yeah.
He said, no, don't worry, I come too. I said, all right, whatever. I don't
Good
mind.
man. Oh well, he's getting involved. It's so good. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. So, Trav, good morning, brother. I hope you're having a good start. What's going on back home? Is it pissing down, mate?
No, man. It's, the weather is horrible. Horrible.
Really?
It's raining and winding and anyway.
No
Would be
good.
better.
Yep. Oh, mate, we can't control it, so we move on. Bobby, what's going on, brother? Now, Bobby, I'm going to get you to be my interpreter for this interview. So good. Youngie, what's going on, Ducky? You little legend, mate. I hope your recovery is going well. Ducky, let us know, bro. How you feeling, mate? Obviously, big operation for Ducky with the ankle. It was batshit. So. Hopefully things are going all right. Tezza, of course, mate, the biggest supporter of the Academy, loves it. Travi, nah, it's a tight part of the chain. Yeah, you're right, bro, totally. Benny Richardson, I think you're going to get some real inspiration from this, Benny. So freaking good. And I want to shout you out, Benny, on your transformation, mate. Just unbelievable, mate. You and Stevie Byron are keeping each other honest. Warren Todd, how are you, dude? Warren, 10 kilos down. You're going to love this because Nico is going to really cut through the bullshit. Mikey Boy Bergman, how are you, legend? Good to see you coming in all the way from cold Canada. The wife's in here, mate, to check you out. That's nice, buddy. Bit of moral support. So good. All right, and Raf's in here as well. Hello, Rafi, coming in all the way from Brazil. Fantastic start in the Academy, my man, too. Jackie's here. Hey, Jack, what's going on, girl? I love when the girls come in and add some weight to the interview. So good. Good stuff, guys. All right, I think we're okay. I think we're good. I think we're ready to rock this. You rock it, mate? You ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. All right, let's do it. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to the Better Body Academy podcast. This is the podcast that you come to when you are sick of the dumb diets, the unsustainable workout programs. Now, in today's episode, I've got big value for you. When I talk big, I mean imagine this massive man mountain Italian unit, like Mount Vesuvius, built like a brick shithouse, wide as he is tall, can squat 400 kilos. I've got Nico Coccia here. How are you, Nico?
I'm good, man. You?
Yeah, good. I'm really good, mate. I'm going to be honest, guys, when you are listening to this, it's taken me a while to kind of get to the point where I felt, bringing Nico on the podcast was a good idea for one reason. Nico has been in the country for 20 years now? 12, right. So anyway, long enough that his accent has curled off a little bit, but it's still quite strong. And I didn't want to bring him on the podcast because I was like, fuck, no one's going to be able to understand him. But he has just been through a weekend of doing something which I think is pretty damn cool. So I thought, nah, this is the time we've got to get our big man on. So, brother, how's the morning been? Welcome to the podcast.
Very good. Wake up, I went to the gym and I had a session with one of the boys, Jimmy.
Nice.
And now I'm here.
You're here ready to go. So,
Great to go with you.
to anyone that's watching live and doesn't know, Nico is inside of his and Alex's, his partner's new restaurant on the Central Coast. What's it looking like, mate? Is it getting to the point where we're how far away from opening?
2 days.
2 days.
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is our first service.
Wow. Wow. So, to those of you that live on the coast anywhere, obviously, for those of you who were part of the Better Body Academy client catch up, we went back to Nico's restaurant, Osteria Il Coccia at Edelong. This is Nico's second restaurant to be opening in this vicinity. What's the kind of goal for this restaurant, Nico? What's the vibes gonna be like?
Look, me, Alex, of course, we miss our country. I miss Italy, Alex miss France.
Yeah.
And, we try to create something really Coastal, really like South Italy style.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we will cook only with fire.
Right.
And no gas, no electricity. It's really base elements.
Right.
And Alex is really focused on this all natural wine and the small boutique around Europe.
Right.
And that's it. We want to take an experience. Our dream is people walk in, they don't need to worry about to order. They sit down, and we will look after them. We will make them to have a trip. This is our goal.
Well, this is the thing in your current restaurant. That's exactly what the service is like. You come in, you sit down in a beautiful, small place, and it feels very homely with beautiful wines and incredible food, and you touch everything. So it's kind of like quite the experience. So let's talk to your transformation, dude, because I think you've been in the academy for what would be over 12 months now, right?
Yes, 30 months, 40 months.
All right. So I want you to take us back a year or two. So you've been in Australia, you're working in the hospitality game, and you got to some pretty big heights in the restaurant industry, right?
Yeah, we had another restaurant in South Island, in Barrel, Bistro Officina, where we were really successful. We went very well. And after, hospitality is hard game. And unfortunately, when Alex was pregnant of our third kid, I fell down with drugs. I put my story on the front. I fell down really bad with drugs and with cocaine. Basically, my relationship went in really worse situation. Poor Alex. She arrived on the point to go away with my kids and her kids. And I could not see nothing. Like the drugs took me, the cocaine took me. We lost everything, and I could not connect myself. Like without the drugs, I couldn't do nothing. And after, I remember, was before the Christmas 2018. My father called me in the morning, and he started to believe Alex, and he told me, "Look, everyone can fail, but not everyone can stand up. It's time to go pick up your kids, lose everything. I send you some money. I want to get you close yourself in the clinic and clean yourself." But for me, it wasn't work like this. I need my wife and my kids. For the I went to Alex. I gave the money to her. I said, "Look, let's leave everything. We lost the house. We had a beautiful house. We lost house. We lost business." I said, "I need you." And this became in Central Coast. And for the first 6 months was very hard. To be addicted to cocaine, marijuana, cigarette, alcohol, gambling, all together, stop in one day, without the help of my really strong wife, was impossible. I'm not the best. I say I'm not the best husband, but if I'm here, I'm thanks to her as well, because she's been really strong and really support me. Because in the night I will wake up and smash my head on the wall because it was really bad.
Bits.
And
So can we go back to? Sorry, excuse me. Can we go back to where you were back then? Like, why did that start? Was it just that it was habitual, or were you? If in hindsight, do you think you were trying to?
I wrote my cookbook. After I wrote my cookbook, I had the influence of rich people around me and bad friends, bad choice of friends, and they were make you feel like you are a superstar, and I was feel a superstar. But without the cook, I was nothing, basically. They started, and I forgot I had a family, I forgot I had a business, I forgot. Basically, was just like to show driving a big car and that big watch and all this bullshit that you don't need in the life, to be honest. And like if someone asks me why you did, I don't really have answer for this. It's happening. Nothing. I'm like and the problem was not much to go out of the drugs because after 6 months I was quite clean. The worst been the last 2 years before I started the BBA because my brain we were again on rent, small house, not much money. We come back in the business with a small restaurant, and after COVID kick in, the first COVID, and sometime you were close in the night, you were thinking, I'm idiot, I lost everything. Now if I had all the money I use for drugs, we will have in better position. I will have still have big house for my kids, not sleep 3 of them in one room, stuff like that. And for 2 years it was really bad. And thanks God I never come back on the drugs because I had always the support of my wife. But the food was my addiction. Like between the first lockdown and the second lockdown, I put up 37 kilo. From 120, I passed 150. I touched 154.
Okay, so what had happened was you removed the drugs from your life, and you were able
I
to do
removed
that.
drugs and I was like, when person say yes, I'm wake up in the morning, I go to work, I love cooking. After I come back home, I'm eating, I'm sleeping. That's it. My life is finished. I'm too busy. I'm working in the kitchen. Always the excuse. Basically, I was still fighting with my bad Nico. I could not find back my. Always I say, I lost my best friends. I lost my best friends in 2017, and thanks God I find him in July 2021 when I started the mastermind. That was my. You remember always I say I find my best friends again.
Okay, so
Was
let's
hard time.
let's start at you reaching out. So you were doing some training with a gym, a personal trainer in your minor, and then how
Yeah,
was it that we?
I was trying. I was like, my wife was try to keep me motivated. Let's wake up. Let's go in the gym. And I try fat burn. I try. Everyone does these things. Protein, milkshake. I'm not eat carbs for 1 week. All this bullshit. And I come back in the gym. And in the lockdown because I was so overweight, I smashed my knee. I need to have a surgery for my knee. And there was another excuse. I cannot move. I cannot do nothing. I can stay on the sofa and put more weight. And after, Alex finally took me in the gym again. And I tried with Shanti. And she tried hard for 2-3 months. At one point, she told me, look, I'm just stole your money. She been really honest with me, be honest. She told me, look, I'm really just steal your money. I want that you call this guy. He's a local guy, but live in Canada. This is his name. Please, call him, send him a text. And you will see your life will change. And this is what I did. I did it straight away. And I remember you answered to me. You told me, look, the Woman Academy starts in 6 months because my name is in Australia. In Australia, many people think Nicola is a girl, but I'm not a girl. And
Yeah, so just to confirm, I had to go onto Nico's profile because I saw Nicola come through, and I wasn't aware, obviously, that he was an Italian man. And so I was like, dude, like we're kind of running some things in our women's academy. It's kind of full at the moment. I don't know if it's the best time, but it was like, no, I'm a dude. I can come straight in. And from day one of the things that you did was you got really committed really quite quickly. So where were you when you started with your weight? So what was the top level that your weight got to?
147.8. I remember
You'll remember it.
remember the things.
Yeah. Yeah, 147.8. And how was that? Like, did you notice the implications of of carrying that weight in all day in the kitchen? It would have been quite hard, right?
Of course, if you ask my wife for my stuff, I will place the dessert and I will stop with my hands on the shelf and have 30 seconds sleeping. I was always sleeping. I was always tired. I was always my life was, I couldn't wait to finish the service, beer in the hands, big plate of pasta in the bed. If my kids were asking me to go play soccer or whatever, I would be the worst person. You see, my steps were 3,000 steps per day because I was working in the kitchen. Now they
So
have 20,000 steps.
when you say you're the worst dad, or you just, what would happen? So the kids would come to you, after school, and they'd be wanting to hang out, and you just didn't have the energy. What?
Oh, I won't have the energy. I will have always the excuse. The poor Alex needs to do everything. She needs to run around, pick up them, cook for them. Will be always for me, because more I will prefer to sit down 5 minutes and have my nap than do something for them. Well, I was really, my brain was still fighting. Was very, almost like, and I told Mike many times, almost I suicide myself when I was on the really bad situation, and I'm saved thanks to my daughter. She called me, and always I say thanks God I never done, thanks them, thanks my family I never done this, because I was really, and sometimes before I started the BBAs I was clean, but the brain was still fighting. You still have when someone is addict, you will be addicted for all your life, okay? It's something that you cannot take off in your life. And sometimes the bad man come back in your brain. It doesn't make you to do anything. It doesn't make you stand up from the sofa. You go to work because you need the money to have food. But that's it, Jace. It's really
A constant battle.
And for this, I see many people in hospitality. And in 23 years, and I work in 10 different countries, whatever, I saw too many, and too many people are stuck. And the big problem is that people are scared to ask help. This was my big problem.
So I was going to ask you, what is it about the hospitality industry where it seems so rife that people are so unhealthy? Like, what is it about? Is it just being around food and alcohol, or is there something deeper that's going on there?
Nah, it's just the excuse, because you work Saturday when the people are free. You work, and you wanna reward. If Saturday night you do a big service, you go out and maybe you smash 3 bags, 3 bottles of whiskey, because you need a reward. I did a big service. I did $15,000 tonight in the service, but you spend $5,000 and lost five years of life in one night.
And because you're working when everyone else is partying, there's the double blow that
exactly. And plus you are tired.
Right.
You're tired. Basically, you go on the alcohol for this, because the alcohol, the drugs, what they do, they help you to not thinking. They basically make your brain to not think that you're tired, and you keep going. And you keep going.
And it's a high stress environment because you're dealing with so many customers, and then there's the risk of things going wrong. I'd imagine that part of that lifestyle is associated with trying to work out how you just get your brain to rest for once. Like, how do I stop thinking about work for once?
Yeah, and look, the reality, I have a guys that I really follow in hospitality, and it took him 20 years to arrive on the top of the top, and they have a really good kitchen where the people work 40 hours. When I work with this guy in Sydney, the people were working under 20 hours per week. It's normal restaurant in Copenhagen. Now the people working 40 hours per week, because he understand hospitality is the same job as an office job. Of course we work Saturday, whatever, but if you create your style and you want to give the experience to the people, I have my mind now is different for my staff as well. I want to create a different place. I don't want any more. Yesterday I had a meeting with my staff. I told them, the first day, can you touch drugs to come to work? I want that you tell me, because maybe you need a week off.
So you're treating
chefs,
it,
they will kill you.
You're treating it as, rather than a like a rite of passage, or rather than it being something criminal, you're treating it as, this is something that I need to do to help the people that want to work for me. And if they're doing it, it's because something's going wrong.
100%, because I have my, I know in the past I need to be always 1,000. I need to give the best of me in 10 hours. And as soon as I was finished,
it's all over.
I will finish the bullshit in the whatever.
Okay, so how did we start turning it round? So, first few weeks into the academy, what were the main things that you worked on that helped you started to lose weight and have faith that you're in the right place?
Be honest, the main group. We have the group start chat with the boys in the group. Have the support of the group was the big things. Was
Right.
that guys was like at the time Terry Holden start, Daniel start, Nick start after, and a few of the old blocks. Russell was pushing me a lot beginning, and I don't know, and listening all your guide and the discipline I will start to understand. I say, wow, the life could be different. Like I start to understand.
But can I stop you, sorry, and interrupt? You're saying that the major reason that this was working for you was not because of a meal plan, not because of a training, what was because instantly you were surrounded in the right environment by people that
100%,
picked you up and gave you
100%,
self-belief.
100%, 100%. Because my friends changed straight away. Like I find look like to have 100 friends, and they were all support me to be better, Nico. To
Guys,
be
can
like
you if you're listening to the podcast on replay or you're listening in live, I want you to think about what was just said then. He said it was not a meal plan, it was not the training, it was not some technical diet, it was not some special thing other than the fact that within a day, in a moment, the company that I was hanging around with switched. And after I was in that company for a number of weeks, I got an insight into my life could be better. That's incredible.
100%. Because you start to see at the time Russell is a chef as well. At the time Russell was pushing to lose weight for his
Kidney
surgery,
operation. Yep.
and and after was Jack West. I remember him always was pushing me every single morning, and for me, I was start to feel important. I was start to feel like almost I was do the post to make sure that you or Mike were sending me, yeah, man, you need to fix your form or whatever. I
So
was
you're getting
always
feedback always, and
feedback was the best thing. And after all the new guys, and you had to see them the way they were changing, and there I was not scared anymore. Do my check-in and do my video. I didn't care about my accent. I didn't, and there was, and after the food started to be much better, like the system to do shopping. Always, I remember these things. I've been chef for 23 years. I work in different country, and I never realized before I jump in BBA, if you go to the shopping and you just go around, you can do the best shopping. There is something can blow my mind.
dude, I love
This
that.
is
So
this
what?
damn thing.
I'll explain to anyone that's watching or listening to this live. When you go into the shop, the whole design of a shopping center is of a grocery store is to try to get you in, and then you fall into the aisles. It's kind of like falling into a pinball machine. And once you're in the pinball machine, you're in trouble because then you buy everything that maybe you shouldn't buy if you wanted to stay healthy. If you do a perimeter shop and you simply stay upon the outside of the shop, that is where all the good fresh food, fresh meat, lean stuff is, the essentials that you need. So one tip to come out of this podcast is when you go in the grocery store, just try to stay around the perimeter on the outside. And this is coming from a guy that's sorry.
When you pay the shopping, you realize that you pay $200 less.
Yeah.
Like it's cheaper. It's like
Yep. Dude, I love that. Okay, so what are the practical things that you have implemented? Maybe the top one or two things that you think have led to where you are now with your weight. So where I know that we've stopped actively looking as weight as the main metric for you because you're about building muscle and getting strong. Where are you at now weight-wise?
One Saturday when I did the combo was 127.
Okay, so 15 to 20 kilos down.
Yeah, but my belly when I started was 137 and now it's 108.
Wow. So just guys, I feel like I need to repeat that. It was 137 waist circumference at the level of the belly, 137 centimeters, now down to 108 centimeters. Okay, so the question is, what were the main changes that you've made that have helped you to lose that weight?
The diet, 100%.
Okay.
The way I was eating, the steps is the big things, I believe, and 100% the weight training. The training is...
This sounds familiar to all the Better Body Academy members that are experienced and watching this episode live. It sounds rather familiar, doesn't it? That is the trifecta, right?
Yes, 100%.
Nutrition, 100%. Steps, workouts. Okay, dude. So let's go to where you are now. I want to talk about last weekend. So you entered your first powerlifting comp. How did that feel to do something that was completely out of your comfort zone?
Look, Jace, to be honest, I never done... The only comp I've done in my life been always for food, for working. I never done a sport comp. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, when I start to understand I really like, and push the weight up for me is a therapy. It's like it's 1 hour per day where I'm me at the weight, and I cannot fuck up because I can hurt myself.
Yes.
And that was the point. You remember when 4 months ago, I told you
I want to do some lifting. Yeah.
I want to do some lifting. I think I can do this.
Yeah.
And there was to come back to the connection to the people. Like, you know, if you concentrate and you start to have good people around you, everything is work around. Like, you know, it's like it's crazy. Like if Shanti never saw me so bad and connect me with you, and after you I start training and I start to have better weight with you, and in my life, I saw always, I have like everyone have a hero, okay? I have a hero.
Oh, no, don't do it. Just on the punchline. Guys, we're going to wait till Nico comes back in and hopefully this resumes because he's just about to punchline, I think. All right, so let's see. We're going to hold on to this. Is anyone else like what's he going to say? His hero? So hopefully we're no, exactly, Trav. Don't worry, guys, we'll be able to sew this one back together like we did with Shakai. So hopefully this isn't the sign of the new restaurant collapsing under our feet. No. So hopefully we can get our big boy back in and see who his hero is. Let's see. Come on, big dog. What I did. Give us 2 secs, guys, and I'll see if we can resume this. Click link in Messenger. All right, hopefully we can get him back. We're going to take off from... Here he is. All right, mate, we're just going to continue on. So you were about to tell us your hero.
Yes.
Go.
Can I do...
Yeah, go.
Like you know, and... My heroes was always this big hood man. And for me, it was impossible to do something he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. And after, you know, thanks to all the discipline I learned on the mastermind and all the things, and always I say, my mentor is, and I'm always I say, and I wrote on all my posts, is Jay Stewart, because for me, you know, we need to say thank you to you for what you do for us.
Yeah.
His brother worked in my restaurant for dinner. Like, you know, and I start talking with this dude, and this dude is like the most simple guy. And he start training me, and me, I'm talking to you, and Mike, and you guys push me to go there. And in 12 weeks, we were on the platform.
Wow.
And people were with me, was training for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And they were all personal trainer.
Yeah.
No one believed it was only 12 weeks.
Yeah.
There where I say to the people, don't have ego. Leave your ego outside. Because the people that want to help this world, they don't give a crap. They help people. Like, you know, I go to training, I'm training, and like, you know, and BBA for me is like every time it's there, and my trainer never says something bad. Like the day we were on the platform, the speaker came to me and say, "But you are part of the BBA?" I say, "Yeah," and my coach say, "Yeah, he's the boys. He's one of the group of the BBA." I say, "Wow, we have 1 million people from the BBA follow you and support you. Come on, Nico."
So that was because you were live streaming on the YouTube channel, and I messaged on the YouTube chat and I said, "Hey guys, we've got the whole of the BBA watching the big fella. Can you give him a shout for us?" So, dude, Talk to us about your numbers. Were you happy with your numbers? What did you, to give some people who weren't watching some context? What did you squat, dead, and bench?
Squat was 170, 130 bench, and 230 deadlift.
Deadlift. Wow. There's some big numbers for a guy that couldn't get off the couch a year and a half ago.
Oh, it's it's more the number, it's the form. The thing is that my brain is there, and I know I do for myself.
Yeah.
Because making me to be a better person, making me to be calm person, and making me to be feel good. I feel good.
Would you agree with the idea that fat loss and fitness is just the opening of the doorway? What I've seen in you is a guy that's started without ego and walked through that door and lost a bit of weight and started doing the thing. And now that seems to be exploding into other areas of your life. You're competing in powerlifting comps, you're opening another restaurant. And the way that you negotiated with your wife through a time that was turbulent for the hospitality industry with restaurants shutting down all over the place. My understanding is that you remained really quite busy, and that was largely to do with the mindset that you carried through that period of, I don't want to be a victim anymore. I'm going to control what I can control and leave the rest to it.
Look, that was the day that you put the application for Mastermind, and I told my wife, help me to understand this one, because I think this will make me next steps. And I remember I had the pink shirt. I did the application. I make Alex to check the application if it was look good, because I didn't want to look like always the man that doesn't write English properly. And after 2 days, you sent me a text and you told me, look, you are the first one on the mastermind, on the second mastermind. Yeah. And the 12 weeks, without these 12 weeks, I think, and the second COVID was really hard for us. These 12 weeks was just like the help, just make me there, concentrate, go through with me, and be honest with everyone. And that was beautiful. That was, I tell you, I still remember the day I wake up, I went in the mirror and I said, fuck yeah. I find again my best mate. He's there. We can go far away. And I send you a text, and I send a text to the boys on the mastermind. That was the first time without T-shirt. I took a photo. I told boys, I find back my best mate. He's here. Dude, and I know every morning I look at myself, I say, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's inspiring, man, because I think a lot of guys, and I'm not being critical, just observational, is that a lot of guys look at themselves in the mirror and they just don't like the person that's looking back at them. And it's because over a period of time, they've learned to self-loathe and they've learned to self-condemn. We've got to start changing the story, dude. And you changed the story by taking action. And if you didn't take action, then you probably would have been in the same place. Interestingly, I think the moment that was most defining for me, because you shared it, was when you got a handwritten letter off your beautiful wife that she left for you, telling you how proud of you she is. And then not but a month or two later, she joined our female academy because she was inspired by your transformation. And it's funny, the woman that needed to leave you because she could not do the despair anymore is now inspired by you. That must feel like so emotional.
Good. Like, this morning, be honest, I was brushing my teeth and I look at myself in the mirror and she came behind to go to pee. And I told her, I'm look good, huh? And she said, fuck yeah, your belly looks very good. And I have a mission. I promised her, I have a mission for her. For September, I will be on the best body I've never been in my life for her 40.
Nice.
So I want she will feel have a big boy close to her.
Oh man, I love that the love and passions returned, dude. I'm gonna wind it up there, man. This was a really, really good chat. Very different to our normal interviews on the podcast, dude. I want to say thank you so much for being such a great friend.
Thank you to you, man.
And for the work you've done to inspire the rest of our academy. Guys, that's a wrap from Nico. This has been the Better Body Academy podcast, the podcast that you come to when you're sick of the dumb diets, unsustainable workout programs. And over the next couple of weeks, when you do see some noise about Nico's and Alex's restaurant opening on the Central Coast, Please get along. Please check it out. I can guarantee you that it's going to be absolutely top notch. What is the name of the restaurant, Nico?
Osteria El Coccia, same.
Oh, great stuff. So it's inheriting the new name. Osteria El Coccia, located at Edelong, just across from the beach there and the Esplanade. You guys have got to get along. I'll see you in the next episode.